Yesterday, I received a comment about how I was confusing my viewers because I referred to my favorite horror movie of 2022 as one of the funniest movies I've seen in a really long time. And at first I thought this person was trolling me. And then I realized maybe not everybody knows that horror comedy is a really popular subgenre. Horror comedy is one of my favorite types of horror besides found footage, and I was referring to the movie Deadstream. Deadstream is a really funny movie, and it reminds me of like a found footage version of The Evil Dead. And speaking of The Evil Dead, that is another horror comedy. Not the first one, Evil Dead 2 and The Army of Darkness. So in case there are people out there that don't know horror comedy exists, I'm going to help you out by recommending some horror comedies. And my number one recommendation happens to be right here, Shaun of the Dead. If you love zombie movies, this is the one to start with. My mug right here should be a nice little spoiler. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a horror comedy. I'm not going to read through all of them. I'm just going to go through some of my favorite recommendations. Cabin in the Woods. Perfect example of a horror comedy. The Dead Don't Die, another great horror comedy. Zombieland 1 and 2, another great one. Army of Darkness, I mentioned already. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, another good example. I have not seen this one, but I heard Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is a horror comedy. If you want to go back in time a little bit, we have The Reanimator. We got Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. You have this classic with Elijah Wood and Dwight Schrute from The Office, Cooties. And that is just a few to get you started. So if you are new to the horror community, welcome. If you did not know horror comedy exists, this list should help get you started. If you have any horror comedies you recommend, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Peace.